Let's continue chapter 2, that is Indian economy 1950 to 1990s. In chapter 1, we have studied the state of agriculture sector was not good. No efforts were made by the Britishers or by the Jamidars for the improvement of the agriculture sector. Per hectare output, that is productivity, was quite less. Agriculture was dependent on rainfall. And there was a unique system introduced by the Britishers, that is Jamidars. Neither the Jamidars nor the British government tried to improve the agriculture sector. So when we got independence, the first step was taken for the improvement of the agriculture sector. Under that, land reforms were introduced by the government of India. So in this topic we are going to start land reforms. Land reforms are those reforms which are related with change in ownership of land. When we got independence, there was a jamidari system. Jamidars were have big pieces of land, big jamidars having excess land, and the tillers, those who were actually tilling the soil, they were not having any land. So the government of India, with this intention that the land should be taken from the people, those who are having surplus, and should be distributed among landless people. So land reforms were introduced. These land reforms are related with change in ownership of land. Change in ownership of land. Change in ownership of land. Under this system, land reforms, there were mainly three reforms. One is, that is land ceiling. Land ceiling. Here the word ceiling. Ceiling means maximum. So land ceiling means fixation of maximum limit by the government that an individual can own. So this land ceiling act, under that the government has fixed maximum limit that a person can own. After that, whatever the land will be there, that will be declared surplus land, and that surplus land will be distributed among landless people. This fixation of land of hectare was different in different states, as all the states are not having equal fertile land. So limit was different in different states. In this act, there are certain loopholes. The major drawback of this act was, that is, big jamidars has challenged the legislation, and for that they have taken permission for delaying in the implementation of this act. Under that, they have got certain time. In between, they have transferred the surplus land on the name of their near and dear ones. For example, one state is there, that is like Punjab. In this state, for example, the maximum limit was 25 hectare. One person who is having 100 hectare of land, now 25, as per the law, he can own. The rest 75 is surplus land. That surplus land needs to be distributed among landless people. But the person who is the owner of this land, within that time period, he transfers this land to their near and dear ones, that is wife, son, etc. So that the land is the name of same family. So this was the main drawback. There are only two states, that is Kerala and West Bengal, where this land ceiling act was successfully implemented. Second land reform is consolidation of land holding. Consolidation of land holdings. Land holdings means a person is owner of that land. For example, one person is the owner of 5 hectare of land. But this 5 hectare of land is not at one place, that is scattered into 3 phases, that is 2 hectare, 1.5 hectare and 1.5 hectare. Under this land reforms, consolidation means at one place, consolidated. Rather than these three pieces of land, the person will be given at one place 5 hectare of land. So, this is also beneficial for the tillers of the soil. It reduces their cost of production and helps the farmers to take the benefits of intensive agriculture. Third reform is that is related with, that is called technical reforms even. That is green revolution. This word green revolution is a combination of two words, green plus revolution. Green means here crops and revolution means spurt or sudden increase. Spurt or sudden increase. Now, under green revolution, the productivity of crops has increased 3 to 4 times. Then this green revolution has two phases. One is mid 60s and one is mid 70s. Mid 60s and mid 70s. Mid 60s means from 1965 to 1975. From 1975 to 1985. There were two phases. In first phase, green revolution was mainly related with two crops, that is wheat and rice, and it was confined to few states like Punjab, Haryana, Gujarat, some parts of MP and some parts of UP. In second phase, it covered almost all the crops and all the states. This system, this green revolution is having certain merits and demerits. First merit is productivity has increased. Productivity means per hectare output that has increased 3 to 4 times as compared to independence. Area under cultivation. Area under cultivation or acres of cultivation increased as compared to independence. Whatever the wasteland, unfertile land, with the help of seeds, insecticides, pesticides, the area under cultivation has increased. Then self-sufficiency in food grains. India has got self-sufficiency. Not only self-sufficiency, we have a buffer stocks. We are exporting to rest of the world also. That is due to green revolution. But this has certain drawbacks also. That is limited to few crops. Limited to few crops. Still, agriculture after completion of its second phase also, it has not covered all the crops like spices, pulses. Area under pulses has reduced, that is covered by wheat and rice. Then gap between rich and poor farmers has increased. The rich farmers are able to afford the expensive equipments, that is seeds, insecticides, pesticides, fertilizers. They are able to grow they are able to increase their output. That is, next is, it's not benefit for small and marginal farmers. They are not able, small farmers, those who have a 2 hectares of land, marginal farmers, those who have less than 1 hectare of land. They are not able to afford the expensive equipments of green revolution, that is H2 seeds, insecticides, pesticides, fertilizers. So still we need improvement in this revolution. That's it.